Hey, what's up guys, this is Upper Tofu with an Abyss Actor deck. I never thought I would say I'd be making this deck, but I am. So just a quick disclaimer, if you're trying to climb and you're finding a new deck, I wouldn't make this deck just because I climbed with another deck and then I'm using this deck in Masters and I'm getting shit on and a bunch of poo-poo is thrown on me by branded and tier stuff. So yeah, that's why I made the sphere modes and the evenly matched in this deck. But the original deck list in the video, or something very, very close to it, is this one over here. It's this one over here. So the idea is basically set up your field spell and your link 2 with a face down opening ceremony. And what this card does is, if you have a face up pendulum Abyss Actor monster in your extra deck and your opponent pops this card, you draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. And the field spell kind of forces all monster effects to pop back row, so you can get this off pretty easy. I'll be showing you in the video as well. But yeah, so this basically, the premise of the video is to draw into a bunch of hand traps and then kill them on the next turn after you set up. So yeah, and if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I will be making more. Especially, I really enjoy the anthology event, so I'll probably be playing this deck as well if you guys want to see more of it. Yeah, so let's get right into the video. Alright, so first match, we're up against, I believe, branded tier 60 card pile. So we're gonna just go ahead and he specials himself that there's no monsters once per duel, and she's just a normal summon. I activate Abyss Script Dramatic Story, trying to tag him out into a different Abyss Actor, but he does Ash us. So we link that one off into the Hyper Director. And then since we have an Abyss Actor in our extra deck face up, we can mill Abyss Script and add her to our hand. And then we set her as the pen skill to activate Abyss Actor Hyper Director to put another pendulum here. Now make sure to not use her until you link summon, because as soon as you use Abyss Actor Mellow Madonna to search, you can't even link summon. You're limited to Abyss Pendulum summons. Search her for Wild Hope. He's like our search card once you destroy him. So we make her a level 9 pendulum scale. We pop him and then we get to search off of him into another Mellow Madonna to our hand. We tribute one to search for a Abyss Script card from our graveyard, add it to our hand, and we pendulum summon for 3 and we end our turn here. Okay, he uses grass and he's gonna activate some effects here. So you can basically time which effect you want to go off. So the field spell says if you control a pendulum summoned Abyss Actor monster, and they activate a monster effect, you can make that monster effect into pop a back row face down card you control. And all the Abyss Actor face downs have an effect usually. Well, the ones I have in my deck do. So his Seronir's ability became pop a back row, and then he popped this one, and script opening says if this card gets destroyed by an opponent's card, draw until you have 5 cards. So, and Wild Hope gets a search as well because I popped him in the process. So we draw 4, and then we add 1 off Wild Hope. And that's a pretty cool way to draw into your hand trap that you need to disrupt your opponent. But Mellow Madonna says if you activate an Abyss Script card, you can special summon a level 4 or lower pendulum monster, I believe. Yeah, from your deck. Goes for Branded Fusion. Goes into Lubellion, the Searing Dragon. He activates Lubellion. Chains Despian Tragedy. I go for the Effect Veiler on the Lubellion. I don't want him to go into Mirror Jade because that's a problem. He does use Called By. But I do Bestial True Swarm my own Effect Veiler to dodge that Called By. So there we go. True Swarm. And then we dodge the Called By there. So we did get to negate the Lubellion. And then he searches for Branded Fusion for next turn, I believe. And then he adds the field spell. Plays the field spell, Juice Worm, Does he activate the field spell? Nope. He just tributes to send a card to grave, and he gets to activate Lubellion. Sends Madonna to the Pendulum Zone, or to the extra deck. Fuses these two into another Masquerade the Blazing Dragon. I'm at 4,000 now, so I'm pretty limited here. Boom. I'm trying to activate my Leading Lady, lowering his attack. That way I can just run over him. And I only have to deal with one Masquerade Dragon, because 2 is too much. Oh, but he ran out of time, that's what happened, okay. But then the opponent ran out of time, so I was like, woo! Okay, thank goodness. Next match. So I've been messing around with different hand traps, so that's why when you see the deck list, you might see different hand traps going around. I was kind of still experimenting with this deck. It's not like the best, as you can see, like it kind of can get interrupted pretty easily. But it is really fun to play, and it's really good when you can get it going. So I'm going into my Super Producer, pop my Wild Hope for the field spell, search out Madonna. Madonna's going to search a Pendulum, go for Abyss Actor, Comic Relief, and Pen Summon for... Oh, he banishes us. He gets a search, I Ash him. We get a Pen Summon for 2, pop him with this, set that Wild Wagon card, and Abyss Script Opening, because it gets sent to the grave anyway. Usually you want to send it to grave and then add it back with a different card that just resets itself. But I kind of just drew into Wild Wagon anyway, so Wild Wagon's nice. Returns all cards the opponent controls to hand. Mind Control goes into Dingirsu. Send Field Spell. Pain Gainer into Nibiru. So I Nibiru'd him. He has 0 attacks. I put him in attack mode. I search out this card off of Wild Hope, and then he surrenders. There you go. Next up, we got D-Link, 60 card pile as well. And here we go. So we start off with our Dress Rehearsal. No Ash. Nice. Now we're going to play our field spell, and we get to reveal the Abyss Script and an Abyss Actor monster to get an Abyss Script card, but we get Ash there. So we summon our Curtain Raiser. We have Ash fortunately in our hand. So that's 2 hand traps. Hyper Director, set that guy, summon that guy, Effect Veiler, boom. So we have to normal summon into Super Producer, pop that card, search Madonna, Madonna searches Wild Hope, Wild Hope, make her a 9, Pendulum summon for 2, and then end our turn. So we do have Abyss Script Opening, which allows us to draw 5 when he activates a monster effect. So we get to pop him, search a card. I should have done that later, so I can actually draw 5 instead of 4 cards. So I draw 4 here. We draw into an Ash, Dragoonity, and then I'm going to Ash the field spell. That's usually want to stop the Dragoonity Knight or the field spell. I usually try to stop Dragoonity Knight Romulus first. Don't forget to not miss my stream. Don't forget to catch my stream. Don't forget to miss my stream. Don't forget to catch my stream by hitting the subscribe and notification bell. It'll pop up and then it'll say I'm streaming. So feel free to stop by and say hi. I also have a Discord in the description. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Andどうした？物理とつくんじゃねえのか。こんな風に。